Welcome back. Chapter 13. Did you bring the Bengay? Ma asked. Of course I did, I said. Don't they have it here? I want my own. For what? Why are you so nosy? I'm old and old people ache and Bengay helps. I'm sorry, Ma. You don't have anything to be sorry about. Anyway, it's for my wrists. They get a little stiff sometimes, especially when I'm doing my push-ups, she said, and then started laughing. I tried to laugh but couldn't, so I just said, funny Fanny. When you get old, you better hope you have your sense of humor. Laughing keeps you young. I am old, Ma, in case you didn't know. You're old when you think you're old. Okay, Ma, I get it. What's that tone I hear in your voice? You don't sound like yourself. Is it Jalecia? No, I haven't heard from her in months. Kwame had to go back to Flint. His mother had a stroke. Aw, I'm so sorry to hear that. He's such a nice homosexual. Who told you he's gay? Odessa, who else? She's homophobic, you know. I didn't know you knew that word, Ma. I watch TV, Loretha, and plus she been there. Everybody's gay now. I don't mind. I can think of at least 3 boys and 1 girl in my gym class who were probably like that. But back then, everybody just used to say, you know he funny. Or, you know she's a butch. Even then, we just figured they were born that way. I hope he comes back soon. He was going to be starting college right after the new year. Which reminds me, you having another birthday soon, huh? I suppose so. What you gonna do this time? And please don't say nothing. The girls want to take a casino bus to Vegas. We promised Poochie we'd do it, but I don't know if I'm up for celebrating my birthday this year, Mom. That's stupid. You need to celebrate every single one of them while you still can. Carl would want you to. I'm sure of it. I wish she hadn't said that because it was just a reminder that my birthday would always mark the anniversary of him being gone. Ma, your hair is a mess. You want me to brush it? You must be reading my mind, she said. Grab the brush off my nightstand over there. And thank you for the geraniums. That's a word. I don't know what that is. Hold on, let me circle it, y'all. You sent, although I thought they might be from a new boyfriend. And she started laughing. Her silver hair was iridescent and thin, so I was gentle. As I stood behind her, I remember how hard she used to pull when she brushed my hair because it was thicker than thick, as she used to say. That feels so good. You know Odessa works here at the facility now. I'm glad she doesn't work in my wing. I heard. I would think it might be nice though, Mom. From her dresser mirror, I saw her eyes move from east to west. I don't want her knowing all my business. Odessa acts like she's older than I am, you know? I think I do. No, you don't. It's because she hasn't had sex in 20 years, maybe 30. Anyway, she is nosy as hell, and I don't want to have to answer personal questions when she's not a doctor. Well, like I said, she's not in your wing, so not to worry. It's a good thing she works nights because, I'll be honest, I can fake being asleep when she taps on my door. I know the night nurses tap. So, Ma, I was wondering if you might want to come visit me at the house. No. Why not? Because I just feel more comfortable right here. Carl's service was the end of my being sociable. I don't like to travel any farther than I need to. That's when you know you're old. You haven't been feeling that way, I hope. No, I haven't. Don't lie. I tell you, Ma. Odessa told me you were diagnosed with diabetes. Do you check your numbers regularly? Yes, I lied. Every day? Almost. Don't be stupid, Loretha. You've got to check them every single day. I've been diabetic for more than 30 years. What? Why didn't you tell us? It just didn't cross my mind. Everything crosses your mind, Ma, because I didn't want you girls to worry. Besides, I take my medication and my numbers are good. They test us here. Well, that's good to know. Are you getting any exercise? I just started, I say. Stop lying. You're thicker than I've ever seen you. Okay, but I'm about to start. And that's the truth, Mom. I'll tell you something. Back when I was young, only athletes exercise. We played dodgeball in gym class and did some other silly shit. But if we had known back then that we needed to exercise on a regular basis our entire lives, a whole lot of my friends would probably still be here. So, are you telling me you exercise, Ma? Of course I do. We have great classes here. And you go? I'm in better shape than you and Odessa. I can see that was true, which was embarrassing. What do you do? Water aerobics, sit-ups. We have dance classes. Sometimes I have been known to jump rope. She started laughing. Thank you, Jane Fonda. But seriously, Ma, I do know all this stuff. Diabetes is no joke, baby. Half the people on your daddy's side had it, though they were also alcoholics. I have never heard her mention my father's family. I wanted to ask her about Odessa's father's side, but I didn't think it was appropriate. Both men passed away years ago. Anyway, you need to stop acting like you lived twice. So have you been reading the little tidbits I've sent? Ma asked. I have, especially my horoscopes and the AARP articles. They're encouraging and inspiring. Usually find me in the right moments. I like mailing them. I like putting the stamp on the envelope and addressing them. And I like imagining you opening them and sitting there in Carl's chair reading them with B.B. King at your feet. Now, put my hair in a ponytail and get out of here. The voice is coming on. I was dozing off watching reruns of Scandals when I heard my phone ring. I looked over at the clock and it was 2:20 in the morning. I knew when a phone rings at this time of night, it's almost always somebody is in the hospital or dead. My caller ID said blocked. I knew instantly who it was, and I put my hand over my heart, which I suddenly felt thumping so loudly I could hear it. Peggy? How'd you know it was me? Cinnamon told me you called her from a blocked number. Please tell me Jalecia is okay. Your guess is good as mine. I haven't seen her in a week, but she owes me some money for letting her stay here. I'm doing all I can to keep her out of trouble, but she is eating me out of house and home, and she drinks too much, and I'm worried about her safety. I could use $300 unless you want her to come live with you. Here we go again. Of course she wanted to come. I sat up to turn on the light, but moonlight was already making my room glow. If she wants to come live with me, she can. Exactly, tell her. That's her mama. I'm talking junk like I allow it. She doesn't want to. That much I do know. We can talk about that another time. I want you to know that she's safe here with me, but sometimes she disappears and binges, and I just hope she's not in jail again. It would be a felony this time, and she couldn't just come home. She might be with her low-life boyfriend, but she's not answering her cell. Wait, hold on a minute, Laretha. Maybe that's her trying to get through. I heard a click as she put me on hold. I sat there staring at the moon, hating the fact that my daughter was calling her trifling aunt instead of me. She's downstairs. I was right. She's been holed up with her loser boyfriend who got 3 kids and no job. I don't know from one day to the next what she's going to do or not do. But can you Western Union me some money before we're both standing on your doorstep because we don't have a roof over our heads? My Social Security check won't be here for another 2 weeks, and I'd really appreciate it, Laretha. Okay, but please, would you ask her to call me? Thank you, but I wouldn't count on it. She's scared of you. But I'm working on her. Just give me some time. Sorry for waking you up. Click. I just looked at the phone, scared of me. She's working on her. Who did this bitch think she was? For a minute, I thought maybe I had dreamed this, but the moon was still there, and when I heard BB King walk into my bedroom, something he rarely does, I was pretty sure it was because he also knew something wasn't right. In the morning, I drove to a drugstore where I always see people in line for Western Union. When it was finally my turn, I picked up the phone and waited for all prompts that asked me the amount I wanted to send, the name of the person I was sending it to, and their email or phone number. But I realized I still didn't have Peggy's number. She hadn't given it to me. I was sure she'd call back. I've been approved for the surgery, Lucky told me after we agreed to meet for dinner. It had been 2 whole days and I hadn't heard back from Peggy. I hadn't bothered to share any of what happened with anybody, especially Lucky. But we hadn't seen each other since that day at her house. I figured they all find out eventually, so what was the difference? But now I'm scared, she said. For once, we had decided to eat at a healthy cafeteria restaurant called Lemonade, and from about 8 different salads, we chose 4 and a bowl of chunky homemade vegetable soup. That is, until we slid our trays a little farther down and spotted those pots of red miso short ribs, Thai chicken meatballs, and shredded jerk chicken floating in thick golden sauce, which was when we just looked at each other as if to say, fuck it, let's splurge before we both started disappearing. We start our disappearing diets. We had to order the seasoned rice and bread. At checkout, we decided to get the salad and soup to go and bought 2 of those little round macaroon cookies that come from France. I ordered watermelon mint lemonade, and Lucky decided to be adventurous and got the same. We did not say a solitary word until our bowls and plates were clean. Then Lucky said, Joe wants a divorce. And I said, I don't blame him. And she said, I don't want a divorce. And I said, I don't blame you. And she said, what should I do? And I said, fight for him. And she said, why? And I said, because he still loves you. And she said, how do you know that? And I said, because I just know. And she said, are you going to eat that cookie? And I said, no. And she said, me either. That was fun. But when we stood up, we both picked up our plastic bags and I saw Lucky drop the cookie inside her purse. As I crossed the street to a valet stand, my phone rang, and of course it was Peggy. I thought you cared about your daughter, Laretha. You might want to watch your tone, Peggy. That's right. Who you talking to? I don't need your judgment on how much I care about my daughter. I don't know if you're drinking with my daughter or not, but you do realize your phone number is blocked, right? Does it now make more sense to you why I wasn't able to wire the money? Oh, my bad, she said. FYI, I have been drug and alcohol free for over 20 years. I'm also disabled and living off Social Security, and I have no children of my own. For some unknown reason, your daughter has attached herself to me. I'm just trying to help her get her life back on track, so give me some damn credit. And then she gave me her number. How soon can you send it? Is Jalecia there? No, but she'll be back. This is why she rolls. This is the way she rolls. I would certainly appreciate it if, in the future, you can show me a little more respect for caring about your daughter's welfare. I do respect you, Peggy. Then make it 500. And she hung up. Whew. That's the end of chapter 13. These people, Peggy, because we talking about Peggy in this chapter. Peggy is a whole mess. I think she's trying to scam Laretha. How you gonna talk to somebody like that? She ain't asked you to take care of her daughter. Her daughter grown, 40 years old. And for you to be calling her, giving her that type of attitude, girl, she would have got cussed out. I'm sorry, my eye itching, allergies. She would have got cussed out. And I don't know if Lo should be sending any money to Peggy because it just don't sound right. I'll be like, I need to hear my daughter call me. And what is this business about her daughter scared of her? That's the first we heard. What's she scared of? Was Aretha a gangster or something like that back in the day? All right, guess we're going to have to find out in the coming chapters, but I don't know about sending that money to Peggy. Peggy, she don't sound right. Okay, that's all I got for this chapter. I shall see you in the next chapter. Bye for now. Hi, welcome to the definition portion. The word that I don't know how to pronounce or know the definition is spelled Geraniums. And this is how it is pronounced.
Geranium.
Geranium. Kind of seemed like I heard that before. Okay, it's a plant. Okay, I should have known it was a plant because in the sentence it sounded like it was a plant. Okay, so it says, "You must be reading my mind," she said. "Grab the brush off my nightstand over there. And thank you for the geraniums you sent, although I thought they might be from a new boyfriend." Okay, it sounded like it might have been a flower or plant or something like that. Okay, so that's the end of the definition video, and I shall see you in the next chapter. Bye for now.